It's time for round 2 of the 2025 F1 season, with the Shanghai International Circuit set to host the Chinese Grand Prix following the event's return to the calendar this year. This weekend will mark the first sprint of the campaign, meaning that the format is set to be slightly different, with practice 1 and sprint qualifying taking place on the Friday, sprint and qualifying on the Saturday, and then of course the Grand Prix itself on the Sunday. And it's a corner with long straights and even longer corners. The first corner is unique with a wickedly fast approach before that 360 degree turn, which feels never ending. That brings you to the slow left-hander where the exit is crucial. Sector 2 is a nicer section for the fast sweeping bends like 7, 8, 9, and Sector 3 is almost that endless high-speed straight that goes on for a kilometre. It's obviously the best overtaking place. And over the past few years we've had a wide range of winners with Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull coming out on top and getting pole. So it feels like it could be an open weekend, with Pirelli bringing the same tyre selection as they did in 2024, C2, C3, C4. These compounds of course slightly different, but the fact it's a sprint weekend also means there's an additional slick tyres, and the wet weather tyres remain to save. Teams should have a decent understanding of how the strategy will play out. But there were 3 interruptions last year, 1 VSC, 2 safety cars, which obviously will influence the strategy. So it'll be an intriguing one. C2 got the most mileage in the race, but C4 played its part, where Fernando Alonso drove his longest stint on the softest tyres. So it does show that all sorts of tyres can be used. But of course, with the likes of the long turn 1, the high speed turns, the tyres do take a bit of a beating around this track. So it's going to be an interesting one, and the weather is set to be dry mostly, but reaching highs of 26 on Saturday. So it'll be hot for the tyres to keep them under temperature. McLaren's seen as the favourites though coming into this weekend, dominating the last race, obviously coming back after winning the teams championship last time out. So there's no doubt about it. Teams hyping them up. Russell saying that they might as well switch off development now because they're so far in front. So be intriguing behind. How will Ferrari respond as well to that disappointment at Australia? Is it just a one-off, or is it a more significant issue with the car? Red Bull and Mercedes, they seem to be right in the mix as well, similar. So I think Ferrari will probably be the big question. Except for that, we can expect to see quite a similar order with Williams and Racing Bulls, maybe Alpine towards the front of the midfield, or even Aston Martin. So it's going to be a very interesting one. But I can't wait to be back in China. So many iconic moments down there, whether it be Lewis Hamilton getting stuck in the pit lane, Michael Schumacher winning that iconic race in 2006. Lots of great memories in China, and for me it's a personal favourite, and I'm very excited to see it back this weekend. In the only practice ahead of sprint qualifying, it was the McLarens who won surprisingly with dominant. Lando Norris nearly 6/10 ahead of Oscar Piastri, 4/10 ahead of Charles Leclerc, all whilst making a mistake. It's looking pretty ominous. Mercedes were quick on mediums, but seemed to struggle with tyres, maybe a bit on the softs, maybe they turned their engine up, who knows. Lewis Hamilton was close to the Ferrari, didn't do a second run on the soft tyres. And Red Bull, Verstappen backing out of the lap, hiding the pace, but Lawson looks to be struggling. But looks to me like it's going to be more McLaren domination this weekend. And before I go, let me run you through my predictions for this weekend. On pole, I'm going to say Piastri. I think this would be his first pole position in Formula 1. So I'm going to say Piastri will do it. And I think he'll get the sprint win as well, recovering from that disappointment in Melbourne. But I think over race distance, Norris might just have a bit too much for him. Phil think that McLaren has such a decent advantage. He'll come home in second. I think, Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes and Red Bull, I can see they'll all be pretty similar in terms of pace, but I'm going to say that Max, the way he's driving at the moment is superb, isn't it? He'll have enough to just get that Red Bull onto the podium once more. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.